Hey all, good evening. Welcome to Bro Billionaire. This is your own Raghu bringing you another educational video, which is a strategy. This is a universal strategy. A lot of people use this across the globe, but not many of them are aware how to use this. Now, this is a 50-day moving average strategy. And recently I had released one video when this 50-day moving average appears at the core of the CPR, central CPR, how you can spot the high probability momentum trading. So this why 50-day? Why not 20-day moving average? Or why not 200-day moving average? Now, every moving average is practiced by moving average specialists. And these are the very simplest what do you call way of identifying a trend. So I have strategies for 20-day, I have strategies for 200 MA, but first I want to cover the entire 50-day moving average so that you guys can master it. Remember, I'm going to quote the same word which a lot of successful traders have quoted from last century. Whatever method you use the same method until you master it, then everything will be like back of your hand. So you can trade spontaneously. And everything for me is price action, any moving average. Now, if you're a new trader, definitely you can watch all the videos. I'm a pivot specialist. I trade both Cambrilla and float pivots, and I'm greatly influenced and thankful for Secret of Pivot boss Frank Ochoa, because he made me get back into the successful trading, and I've been successfully trading options. I trade only options, and I've been making a turnover of 100% month on month. So I have I have shared this video on my several videos. Now, without wasting time, now what you're seeing is a Nifty chart. Now, why Nifty? Because I trade only Nifty. I'm a full-time working professional. I'm an IT program manager. But if you want, you can use this in any chart, I mean any across the globe for all the viewers. Now for you, if you just change the name to Apple, Netflix, or Amazon, or Bank Nifty, the charts are same, right? You have a buyer, you have a seller. The price action remains same. All you need is you need to pick a stock or the option where liquidity is more, so that you can read the price action, whether buyer is winning or seller is winning. That's all you need to keep in mind. Now, when you see this naked chart, all I want to show here is whenever a 50-day moving average is crossed, you see trend going up and down. See here, down. See here, market went up. Now here, facing resistance. Here, went up. Here, market sideways. That's the reason I have marked it. We will analyze it in a while. What I'm trying to show here is facing resistance, boom, evening star. Breaks, goes up. Breaks, goes up. Here, it goes up, comes down. So any chart, now whenever a 50-day moving average is broken, why market is acting this way? You saw only one sideway, right? See, whenever it is broken, you have an opportunity. Either you can scalp or you can follow this 5 EMA. The blue line is 5 EMA. You can go along with it. See here, twice, once, twice, thrice. Now the problem with this is, if it is happening at the close, fair enough. But when the price is moving from the bottom, if you're taking here, you're going to take only trade this much, right? So that is the side effect of using this strategy. So you won't be able to capture the entire move until unless you know the price action. So what I'm trying to tell you here is 50-day moving average is a very high probability trade. But when it is used in conjunction of what do you call pivots, you will see the magic of it. Okay, hope you are patient so far. Just be patient a little more. The strategy is pretty simple. Now this is 5 minutes, this is 15 minutes, and I'm going to add CPR and pivots. So this will give you the context where price is there and you can confidently take the trade. All right. So for my strategy, Okay, for my strategy, whenever 50-day is broken, you will have a trade. But based on my experience, please note that a lot of people share a lot of strategies, and since I'm a successful trader, based on my experience, this 50-day moving average works like a charm when it is broken freshly for the first time on intraday basis. First time. If you're taking the maximum trade, take the trade, close it. Understood? First condition. If it is breaking for the first time, go with it. What will be the stop loss? You can keep the pivot or the 50-day moving average. Now, second thing, if the 50-day moving average is breaking both on 5 and 15 minutes simultaneously with a gap of 10 minutes, the momentum will increase. Just blindly take the trade. I'm going to repeat. If the 50-day price is going to break 50-day moving average both on 5 minutes time frame and 15 minutes time frame, you have a big money there. Just suppose if it is breaking on 5 minutes, if it is not breaking on 15 minutes, just watch if the gap between the 50-day moving average on 15 minutes and 5 minutes, if the gap is wide, just take the trade, assuming that, see, 50 days, see here, it broke the trade. This is today's, I'm just telling you what exactly. See, this is where it broke, S2 pivot, right? But on this, the 50 MA is at the top. But when it's broken on the 15 minutes, you have a considerable distance between 5 minutes 50 MA and 15 minutes 50 MA. So you can take this trade confidently. Understood? Now, vice versa, if 5 minutes 50 MA is at the top, 15 minutes is at the bottom. If 15 minutes time frame is broken, 15 minutes always carries higher weightage. Just take the trade and make money. So these are the conditions. Clear? Now I'm going to explain the nitty-gritty of this so that you can use your common sense and spot the trades. Now, do you want to use 20 MA or any other MAs? Honestly, I would not advise. This strategy itself is 50 MA. It works like a charm across instruments. And I have already shared one dedicated, what do you call, video on 50 MA appearing at the center of CPR, right? So you need to understand how exactly things work. If you have pivots, it's amazing. Now, just want to show you while you're there what exactly pivot means. Now, watch this one. This is one pivot, right? I'm going to remove the 50 MA so that just to, if you're a new trader, I want to bring you to my channel and pike your interest on the pivots. Now, this is central CPR, okay, central pivot range. This is next day. Now, if a next day central pivot range is engulfing the previous day central pivot range, it is always a range bound. There's a high probability of range bound. What do you see here? What do you see yesterday? Now this does not happen every time, so I was curious. Now this is a narrow CPR. Whenever you have a narrow CPR, this is overlapping narrow CPR, moderately bearish. See where price opens above R1, it comes, goes sideways, comes down. Narrow CPR is a trendy day, always trendy day. So how it works? What happened today? Today we have a huge gap down, but this is again engulfing CPR, right? This has engulfed the previous day CPR. What kind of a day it is? Range bound, albeit with a big range. Market goes down slowly, comes back, breaks the mean reversion, break the S1 pivot, faces resistance near previous day low, and then comes down. See, this is range. So if you know pivot, you can read market. It's a GPRS, as Frank Kochova tells, it's a market GPRS. You can read it. This is Candela pivot. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. Now, quickly back to our video. Now, today what happens? Okay, 50 MA is breaking here. Now, what do you see here? What is your confidence to take the trade? S2. Price goes down, comes back above S2. Now, S2 is a support zone. If you see here, I'm going to make it big for you. Market is always made of frequent double tops. Even these two candles is a double top. Double top does not mean you need to have a triangle peak. This two is a double top, this two is a double top. When you have this, this is a double top. Now 50 MA is broken when the double top. First sign is it is taking support near S2 pivot. Now it's a support, acting support. See the reversal pin bar, but still you have to wait for the confirmation to break this double top. This confirmation is given by breaking the 50 MA. Follow 5 EMA, make the merry out of it. Where do you exit? You exit when the candle closes below 5 EMA. Has it closed here? Closed here, it comes below. That's how 5 EMA works, especially in a volatile market. It's going to eat your money. It comes down, but as a trader, you have to take the chances, and this is the least offered stop loss, 5 EMA. Otherwise, you will be having a very wide stop loss in options, especially. Broken deal. You're going to exit. Now we'll move to next day. See here, yesterday was expiring in India. Now here I took a trade. I scalped around 25 points and then another trade of 35 points. But overall from here till here, there was 100 points because it was an expiry. So it depends upon how much courage you have or how much you are willing to risk on an expiry. But still, what is the beauty of this? The 50 MA here and the 50 MA on 15 minutes, both broke together. I shared it in a Telegram channel. I said why I took this trade. So most of you, I mean, I'm a new YouTuber, but what I am sharing is I am sharing what I use in my day-to-day trading and how I am making money. And I'm a part-time trader. Point. Okay. Next, watch here. Now this was a strategy, right? Why I have marked this one. This is 2nd March. Okay. Why I marked this one here is this is the strategy which I shared in the previous video. 50 MA is in this central CPR. I said on 5 minutes on the video, but you can consider this on 15 minutes as well. Right, on that strategy, I wanted to keep it simple for new traders, because for new traders watching two time frame itself will be very challenging, especially if you are trading in a volatile market like options or futures. But a tip, you can consider 50 MA if it is falling, if it is in between central CPR on 5 or 15 minutes time frame, you have a high probability trade. What happens here? First 15 minutes goes up, second 15 minutes break the 50 MA, and see what happens on 5 minutes. Market just went. It is taking resistance at 50 MA. Now this one, this is 28th February. Watch here. 15 minutes is broken first and followed by 5 EMA next. So this was the second condition I was telling you. 15 EMA, sorry, I beg your pardon. If 15 minutes, 50 EMA breaks first, just take the trade. It will act as a support. See, for 20 minutes, it acted as a support. This is near the central pivot range. So central pivot range can also act as a support. But eventually what happened? See this, the sideway, watch this one. This can pose a very strong resistance for market to move up, and indeed it poses resistance. You can see a lot of sideways candle, but once 50 MA is broken, market pushes up. Slowly it pushes up. Now this is what I was talking about. This is where sideways, okay, 50 MA is broken several times here in this range. Now when here it is breaking, you know for sure you have one resistance here. And when it breaks upside, you know you have one resistance here. And downside, this breaks, but you have one resistance here. But when you watch 15 minutes, the 50 MA on 15 minutes is providing support. If this had broken with this candle, see this red candle, you had a high momentum trade. That's the reason I marked it here, just to give you the context. Where is next? Entire day is range bound, no money, no money at all. But when you have a morning star, it is taking resistance near 50 MA. You can take the trade. Why I mark this? Just to highlight the price action. There's a dedicated video provided on price action. Please do what decoding price action. It will just give you 4-5 price action candles where you can master. Okay, this is 22nd, my last one. So this is where I was talking. So this is again S2 support. Market is taking support near the previous sell zone. That's the reason I have marked here 15 minutes uh, buying and selling zone. So market goes up, comes down with a big candle, but it's taking support near S2 pivot. Near this S2 pivot, it takes off. See, this is, you can consider this as double top. See, this is also resistance zone. But this resistance zone, this sideways candle since morning, is taken out by this one big 5 minutes candle breaking the 50 MA. Follow 5 EMA from here, exit here, you have maximum money. Suppose if this had broken here, you know you had moment. The moment it came here, you can wait, but stick to the rules of a 5 EMA stop loss. You will always have more money. So that's all I had to share. Hope this helps. And if you're using this on Nifty, Bank Nifty, anywhere, just first use only 50 MA and master it. So if you're using 20 MA, then your mind will trick. Okay, this is crossover. Okay, price is about 20 MA but below 50 MA. What am I going to do? So you'll have a lot of crazy thoughts. But when you use this, now why I showed so much of charts is I can go back till January. This is the most frequent happening what do you call phenomena, and you can always trade using 50 M. See, your 16th February, I'll just show one last one if you guys have time, or if you're not bored already. So this is central CPR, very wide CPR. You know market is going to be a range bound. Okay, now this here, whom does the upper CPR belongs to? Always seller. So market comes, the first 15 minutes is broken downside, but CPR is acting as a support, and you have a descending CPR, meaning market is in uptrend. And if you're really scared, this is a double top. This double top is broken with this candle above 50 MA. Just take it. See, it fails here. Once it tries to break, comes down, and this double top is broken here. You have high money here. So when you use pivots, you get a big context. See, this is previous day high, these green dots. So you know with this candle, if it goes above previous day high, market can go up to R1. So your stop loss, you can keep 5 EMA. Your stop loss has hit. It hits once here, but within this inside single bar, you know you can take another trade and you can go upside. So that's how I would like to trade, but hope this is helpful. I'm going to release more videos dedicated to pivot and 20 MA and 200 MA. There's one more strategy for scalpers. So this is a very famous strategy used by a lot of people. I read it in a book. I will bring that video tomorrow. For now, use this and try to master this. There is a RSA reversal strategy I have shared. There is a 50 MA formation near the central pivot range I have shared. There is a candle up pivot with the 20-day moving average strategy I have shared. Now, if you just focus on this, you have daily money. So the way you need to focus is, I'm going to use this and master this one. I'm going to wait only for this setup to come up. Once this setup comes, then I'm going to take the trade. Now, suppose this today was highly volatile, right? Highly volatile market, although you have a big move, market did not give money. In this first candle, 16,300 PE gave around 100 or 50 points. From I think 240 to 310 something it went. Now from here till here, 310, it went up to 339 or something, if I'm not wrong. 339, around just 35-40 points. But once the candle came here, we are 50 points down on the index, but it is already at 300, which means whoever took the trade here at 310 and waiting to hit the stop loss, even if market is below for 50 points, the stop loss is not only hit, they are in loss of 10 points. That is options for you. It includes option Greeks, intrinsic, extrinsic value, time decay. So if you're using master one strategy and wait for that setup to come, it does not matter if your stop loss gets hits. See, out of last 10 several charts, there was only one sideway stop loss which was hit. The way trading happens is, I have told you several times, once you pick a strategy, even if your strategy hits 50% of times stop loss, and if you are making 1:2 money in the next 50%, you are still in profit. That's all, guys. Thanks a lot. Have a good day.